Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. Shall we? Scientist, right? And today is Monday. It's Monday, yeah. Hey, how about that? Monday. Open my window up here. It's a little, just woke up. It's a very beautiful day outside. Not a cloud in the sky. Nice and sunny, but also pretty breezy and cool. You know what that means. I'm sure one of my neighbors is about to make some fucking hellish noise. As is often the case. Huh. I guess we take none. No way for experiments. I'm a little rusty with the scientist, I feel like. And also, it's a new day. Woke up, probably like 15 minutes ago, maybe. It's 1:30. I didn't, there was a period of time where I was aiming for that wake up 12 o'clock every day sort of lifestyle. And you know what I realized soon after starting that? I can't do it. I can't sleep for 7 hours. In college, that was my big move. I would go to bed at 2 and I would wake up at 9. That was it. And I can't. Like I can't anymore. Honestly, I couldn't in college. Like I would miss my 9 a.m. class like 50% of the time because I would just oversleep. So, now that I have nothing to go to, I just oversleep always. Like I have no reason to be up that early. It's just like, why bother? What's this? That take Slinger? I've been pretty underwhelmed with him every time I take him. I think I don't want to buy anything from this shop. Although, actually, I think Battlecry. I think I want to be a little choosy. But, having something here is fine. Battlecry, it's just, Slinger's kind of expensive. He messes up the consistency. Battlecry, maybe not. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not the type to be able to not sleep. I talk about it a lot, but it is, if I could just, and it's probably a fake, it's like a false thing for me to think, right? But in my mind, I'm like, oh, if I could just sleep like an hour less, I would get so much more done in my day. That's not true. I don't get things done in my day because I put things off, and I just in general am not good about managing my time. I tried doing like I tried doing like to-do lists and budgeting my time that way, and it did not work. I don't look at my to-do list. I have one. I made them for like 2 weeks, and then basically I'm working on that game. I don't know if I mentioned this too much. Tactician. But I have been working on a pretty simple little something to have, and if I can make it good, then it's something that I can show off as a, hey, I learned to do this on my own, and I can put it in a portfolio and such. And all it is like, oh, I finished some of the basic easy stuff, the problems that I was like, oh yeah, I think I know how to solve these, and now I'm on to the problems that I don't know how to solve, and it's just like, well, I'm going to open this project and then spend an hour looking for the perfect song to listen to while I do this, and it's like, I just gotta do shit, But that's life, right? Honestly, there's a part of my brain that needs some sort of like something on my left monitor at this point. I need that like feeling of doing something else. But when I'm trying to, I can afford to refresh this, and I think we're gonna hunt for something a little better. Yeah, Watchtower's pretty good here actually. The totem would be nice as well, especially at this point in the game. If I can save up enough money for it, I'll grab it. I watched a video, basically, about self-help and the pitfalls of it, the self-help culture, and it's an interesting video. for sure. And one of the topics it talks about in this video is called action signaling, something like that, where essentially the idea is you do something that isn't actually productive, but your brain tricks yourself into thinking it is productive, and then you reward yourself for doing something, if that makes sense. So the example given is like, okay, I'm going to I'm going to list out all of the things that I need to do, and then once you list out all the things you need to do, it's just like, okay, hard work for the day done. I've earned a break, you know? And it's definitely a big problem that I face, where it's just like, yeah, I did something today, but did I do anything today? Nah, not really. It was weird too, because like, with how I'm structured in my current day-to-day, I do at least 2 things every day. I at least record Ratropolis and almost said Stone Shard. No, the other one. This game. No, the other game. Monster Train. Ratropolis and Monster Train. Which, depending on how you look at it, is doing something. I don't know what to take here. I think I'm just going to take territory expansion. But as a whole, I'm not really making much progress. But also, since I'm in the middle of the pandemic and I can't really... It's ending, so I could probably go do something now other than what I am. Which I may do. But it's also, you know, it's still scary because, like, it's over, but is it over? I don't know. Do I want to find out? Well, good question. Nah, not really, but, you know, we're gonna have to go back to life eventually, I feel like, right? Probably. I'm still working on the written guide for this game, by the way. Don't worry, it hasn't fallen to the wayside. It's still on its way. I just have to... There's a lot of information, and I want to make sure that it's good before I put it out there. That's all. That's what the holdup is. There's a ton to get in it. And, you know, I don't really feel a big rush because I imagine there's not a whole lot. Like, I don't feel a big rush because A, I want to make it good, and B, I don't really imagine that there's much in the terms of, like, competition, if you will, here. I did pass on a Musketeer on this run already. However, I've struggled with Musketeer on this map when the economy is bad. We have nothing right now, right? We have essentially no... We have no military, but we also have a very strong military because we're against the runners, and I'm able to have this watchtower with tactician, as well as I got that call to arms off of Discovery, which was a very big power play. Scientist is good for that. Plus we have this battle cry, which actually makes us much stronger than it may initially seem. We have 37 population. We're in an okay spot. We're just waiting for some income. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. I don't know if I updated on... I did... Finally, I heard back from my college. I was like, hey, what's going on with financial aid? And they were like, hey, nothing. Like, honestly, that's more or less what the email I got in response was. The email I got in response was, I said, hey, what's going on? Like, do I need to do anything or what? Because, you know, college is starting in 2 months, dudes. And they're like, hey, thanks for the email. Nah. Like, we'll be in touch. That was basically it. And I'm like, ah. Alright. I see. Which is fine. It's like, you know, in the worst comes to worst, I'll figure it out, right? If they tell me 2 months ahead of time that tuition is going to be $1 billion and I can't afford it, well, I guess we'll figure something else out, right? It's like, well. That's the thing, it doesn't hurt for me to be enrolled, right? That's where I'm at with it. It's like, I'm not going to... I've been very fortunate with my guards not dying, by the way. Plus that totem is really killing it, right? The quick aside there. But no, I'm not too worried about it. Ooh. Snuck up on me, I almost did mutant time. I had a sneeze. Sometimes they almost catch you. That one almost caught me. I had one time where during, I think it was in March, I was having some PC troubles. Can you hear these birds? Holy shit. You might not be able to hear them, but these are some loud birds. I was having PC troubles and I had... the troubles were my RAM was going bad, and as a result of those troubles, my Streamlabs was occasionally crashing, but it wouldn't end my broadcast. It would just crash and close Streamlabs. But I wouldn't end the like for some reason that didn't end the stream. And so there were a few times where I would press my push to mute button and it wouldn't mute because Streamlabs was crashed, and I would just like sneeze right in the microphone, which isn't that bad, right? It's not like that's a big deal. It's just something I try to avoid, you know? I go for a pretty low, even sound, no sharp increases if I can avoid it. Ugh. I wonder if we just take the purificates and eat the 9 population. We might. Yeah, we should. In this section of the coast, I think taking the purificates is probably smarter. We're okay, we can get over a few removals in here. Just eat 6 population down. That's not the end of the world. -6 is fine. But yeah. Not much else is going on. The YouTube has been doing very well lately. Monster Train videos have been doing much better than I would expect. We're closing in on like averaging 100 views per video, which is kind of crazy. Like averaging 100 views per video like within like 2 or 3 days, right? Which is kind of nuts. So, you know, thanks for all the support. Great. It's really nice. It's very encouraging. I'm feeling good. I'm glad I started this YouTube journey. It's been a very enjoyable experience overall. And I get to play Ratropolis, which is, you know, I talked about this a little bit on stream. I feel like with Ratropolis I have peaks and valleys where, like right now I think we're in a peak. I feel like I've hit, I've accepted it, right? There's a time where I'm like, oh man, I gotta be really good at Ratropolis. Why am I ever losing? And then there's the times where I recognize that I won't win every game. I start to like recognize like, oh man, I'm not exactly approaching this with the best mindset, and then, you know, the videos get better from there. But during the bad mindset videos, it's like, okay, these videos are not like they're not very good. I don't think this is just me complaining a bunch. And, you know, like, a good example of bad mindset would be I just, like, blindly take the Plague event, I expel them from the city, and then, you know, Plague Rats walk up here, Weasel Barrel drops in behind me and ends the run, and I go, ah, what the fuck, I can't believe this bullshit piece of shit, goddamn garbage-ass piece of shit game. Or something like that. But no, it's like I give it the modicum of thought it requires, and this game, it is not without its quirks. You have to take the good with the bad, which you have to remember. First battle cry, what a combo. My god. The fruit's doing some good work for us. I'm not writing down all the bounties, you'll probably notice. I'm just going to extract them from the VOD later, because that's a lot easier. And requires less work. Colony. Huh. I think it's too late. Colony is really weird. I feel like this card is hard to play, like, always. Early game is too much population, and mid to late game is way too much time. But it's fun, right? It's a great card. Just really hard to get out there. Who skipped this? Ah, yes. Race tax. Excellent. Good pick. Thank you. Wonderful. Nice. Okay. We don't win off of this race tax pickup, but you know, it's a good one. This is where things start to get bad for you as well, is when the waves line up like this. Interesting thing to note, by the way, the Weasel Barrels would be unable to one-shot my guards if I had hit the upgrade on Totem like I was thinking about. Weasel Barrels do 4 damage. Red Potter here. We can get this repaired. Nice. Oh, not so nice. Ah, banner rat. Yeah, okay. Now we win. Cool. Please, my guards. Wow, this side took a fucking blasting. What the hell? I did not realize we got so blasted on this left side. Hang on, maybe we don't win. Maybe I'm just about to die. Give me a bomb, actually. Thank you. Excellent. Very nice. That bomb probably saves my life here, actually. Like, legitimately it does. I think. Anyway. This one I think is going to be closer than it looks. Oh yeah, wait, that's not good. I didn't realize we were looking at the boss over here. Oh dear. This one's going to be worse. I thought we were fine over here. Uh-oh. What should be a win, it looks like it may actually... I may be able to grasp defeat from the jaws of victory here. Let's see. I'm just out of gold, so I don't have quite enough. Like, I can't quite get the raise tax rolling here. It's so close. I can get one raise tax off at 136, maybe. I think we're dead. That's crazy, though, isn't it? Doesn't that seem crazy to you? We should have just exactly, like, it seems like I should be able to just barely skirt by here, but because of the way the waves stack up on this map, it is going to kill me, it appears. Unfortunately for me. It's just not quite enough. I can't believe it. How sad. Like, I need, this is where hard mode's killing me, right? I don't have enough time. Give me, like, I don't know. I need High Priestess here. Let's see if we can skirt by on a prayer. And basically nothing else. I have 3 gold. Yeah, the weasel barrels are here now. I'm gonna need an incredible skill off of this to save this run. Please don't do it. Especially with another wave starting, it's over. Yeah. We had all the pieces, but we just didn't have enough time to get them all in place, is what it looks like to me. Unless you have a skill that saves my life here. I don't have enough money for Duckling Rider, but he could do it. This is Armor Knight's not very good. That's the other big thing. Armor Knight kind of sucks. Like this, when he's who I have to take, it's a bad sign. Alright. Give up. That's too bad. I hate you, Armored Knight. I think he's one of my least favorite units, to be honest with you. He's really bad. Like, I've never had a run where I went, oh yeah, Armored Knight. Thank God I had Armored Knight. He really saved the run. Every run that I have Armored Knight is like, well, I've been offered no better alternatives. But I honestly think we might have been better off just not picking him at all. That's what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think Armored Knight is actually worse than nothing. This is fine. I just had to think about it for a second. None of those are good. But no, I think Armored Knight actively hurts runs that he's in. After that run, I think he's just he's too fat. He's too expensive. If I was just on militia guards there, I think we were better off. As a result, I think I'm putting Armored Knight into the unplayable category. Because even at high numbers, he's bad. Like, even when you have a ton of him, he's still bad. I don't like him. I think he's going into my never take. Because especially since they added in Longsword Rat, right? His big problem is that his stun is short and his attack windup is long. Which leads him to just, like, you know, get one hit in, stun the enemy, and then by the time he gets the next hit in. He's also bad on the coast when you have to stack up waves like I did. Alright. Because I had, that's the other big problem, is like, I just need a way to make the weasel barrels land here and then break my own wall. Because the wave stacks up like crazy on you, and that's bad. That's the other thing that is a major downfall on these runs is weasel barrels. You know, do I need to tell you that weasel barrels are a big detractor to almost every single one of my runs? Nah, I don't think so. But they are. Like, they're a major stopping point because they fuck everything up. And I hate them. What do I want here? Probably 2 houses. I don't know, what else is new? Not a lot, really. YouTube stream, waiting for the world to get back to a position that I can do something. That's it, more or less. I've been thinking about doing some food delivery again. I've been thinking about going to, what is it? One of the independent ones where it's like DoorDash, Uber Eats, etc., etc. And, you know, doing that because it'd be nice. I liked food delivery when I was doing it. Food service is fun. You get to meet a lot of weird people. A lot of people that just yell at you for no reason. These things have 10 HP. I mean, you need 4 hits to kill one. These things being spitters, of course. Assistance, excellent. Oh, I don't have steel! I thought this was steel. That's experiments. My mistake. But yeah, that's really it. It's like, it's a weird time for me to get like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go pick up like a job, because if I go get a job and then end up moving 45 minutes away, I'm gonna be like, ah, well, thanks for the 2 months of job, idiots. See you later. You know, and that feels bad. But at the same time, like, you know, I want to do something. I'm losing my mind. And the something I'm doing right now is losing Ratropolis as well. This is going to be a long episode. We've been having some of these lately. And you know, is there a direct correlation between longer episodes and runs on the coast? Yeah, I think so. This map is hard. It's not really hard, it's just like there's one singular mechanic that makes the run very difficult because your AI is questionable. That's what it really is, in my opinion. It's hard for me to play around the weasel barrels dropping in and then my entire army getting killed because the rest of the army doesn't fight. I think that's the big killer. When I can answer the question of how do I not lose the game to weasel barrel straight up, then we start to maybe see some good win streaks forming. Hey, is that spitter gonna hit here? No, I think 3 space is enough space to work with. I'm just gonna power up to like 10 guards ahead of this boss, I think. Most likely. It's a shame too, that last run had all of, that was a run that if you just show me the cards I go, yeah, this run wins, but it actually lost, surprisingly. This is a run that definitely wins, outside of something terrible happening to me here. Something like one of these strays hits here, and I just lose for that, because I can't stop them then. You know what I should do to counteract that? I should do this, just in case. I don't think one of their shots can hit there. Yeah, but like just in case, a way to counteract that is to put a militia down and then walk him over. Hope he doesn't die on the walk over, of course, but you know, he shouldn't. I don't know, I'm excited for the future of Ratropolis, of course. I have invested, you know, not a ton. I was thinking about this as well. I'm very glad that I went down to, was it 1 episode a day? I think that 2 episodes a day of this game was starting to really get to me. And yeah, what else? No, I don't know, you know, it's all a blur. The entirety of existence is one big question mark in my mind. Did I talk about this? Maybe. But the video that got hit with a takedown is back. My big nightmare mode clear video. I have cleared up the song that was a problem, and it is back. It wasn't a takedown that was like, oh, this is going to negatively impact your channel, mind you. This wasn't like a, oh, if I don't do something about this, I'm done. So, you know, it wasn't one of those. It was just like a, hey, this video is getting hit with a, like, you can't use this anymore. Which is interesting because I've always heard that like everything about YouTube is like you get smacked with 3 copyright strikes from like you play 3 copyrighted songs in a music or 3 copyrighted songs in a video and you're just done, right? You're banned off the platform. That has not been my experience. It's just that you can't monetize, which of course for a big creator, if you have 5 seconds of royaltied music in and you get smacked with a takedown for that, it's like, well, that sucks, right? Because that's my income. But for me, since I don't make any money off of these videos, basically working for exposure, I don't have to worry about it, right? It's no big deal. You know, it's not necessarily I don't make any money off of these videos. It's like they link to the Twitch, and the Twitch is where you can make some money. It's a whole different, you know, depending on how you look at it, sort of situation. But directly speaking, from YouTube, I make $0. And I will make $0 for a while, but that's okay because it's for the love of the game. You know, we've been making some pretty steady progress. I think when we were playing Stone Shard, it was a bit of a valley for the YouTube, right? Stone Shard was fun, but it was not the most marketable content, if you will. I'm not making content right now that has that virality. But that's okay. I probably never will make viral content. I don't know. Internet like virality, I've talked about this, right? It's very strange. I have a friend, he's working on condensing those Paper Mario VODs into one like an abridged, like here's a highlights video. And that's the sort of thing that I could probably make that's good. I'll be honest with you, I'm not necessarily certain that Paper Mario has enough highlights within it to, you know, make something like that. But, I'm not an editor, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, make me a video, and I'll give you money. I feel like that's the best way to do it, is just take good stream moments and turn them into something that maybe can take off. However, it's interesting because in my position, I definitely don't want to take it and center it around the like moments on stream. You want to take it and center it around a game, right? Because like if it's just like, hey, my stream highlights, like my stream highlights, who cares? Who am I, right? No one. That's who. But if I make it Paper Mario stream highlights, and someone who likes Paper Mario maybe sees it and goes, hey, I like Paper Mario. You know, you get them interested with the game. That's what I'm finding here. And I gotta tell you, I think Monster Train really came out at a pretty perfect time for me. For me personally, like this game is here exactly when I needed it. Right, I was hitting that moment of like, God, I really don't feel like I have anything to play, and I was hitting like and I was like, I don't have anything I want to play on stream. I'm sick of Slay the Spire, but I guess we'll just play more of that. And then all of a sudden, Monster Train comes out, dude, and it's great. And it's like, it's popular. The game's really popular. The game is really fun. I'm not terrible at it. I'm gonna take -5 tax here. Why? I don't need wave time, and I don't want to take the longer repair time. But no, it's really like everything I could have wanted in a game, right? This is gonna be, I hope, pretty good for me. I mean, so far it's been pretty good for me overall. And I'm loving it too, that's the other big thing. I'm really, really digging it. Game's very fun. Okay, it's not Weasel Barrels on this one, thankfully. Even if it is Weasel Barrels, I think it's probably okay for me to just, like, ignore them, because my guards should one-shot them, I think. This is a run where I could farm score, however, after losing the run today as I did, the first one, I'm not gonna. I think I'm okay. Bank up 18k and just start waves. Just take it easy, right? Ironclad. Guardian's a good pickup. We could use something to frontline for us. However, I don't need it. This run doesn't necessarily need frontline. Just because of the nature of Banneret guards killing everything, right? It's kind of a waste of population. In my opinion. But yeah, Monster Train's good. The review videos I'm doing with Cranberry are very fun to make, and also people seem to enjoy them. They're a big chunk of my day. They're like 2-ish hours, but still they're really fun to make. Like I'm enjoying every second of making them. Yeah, I don't need anything here. This is an interesting one, because if I lose this run, it's 100% my fault. I've been offered so many good things. But I've passed on most of them. However, I don't necessarily think I need them. We're gonna remove Militia. We're gonna go down to like 3 cards in this one. Because it's just population at this point. These 4 cards, I could probably even remove Raise Tax. Fire off another way. 14-5, 12-3, okay. Now the review videos, the only thing I need to do is I need to put timestamps on them so that people can flip through the video faster, because it is a 2-hour video, right? Well, the ones that are up now are an hour and a half. In the future we have some 2-hour videos coming up, but honestly I think Monster Train is what I wanted Ratropolis to be. More wave time. Ratropolis was fun, right? I played a lot of it. However, the game didn't really have the sticking power because it's a little rough around the edges, and also it's early access. That's the 2 major flaws that Ratropolis faces that Monster Train doesn't, because Monster Train's a full release, and, you know, I haven't, there's nothing in Monster Train that makes me go, man, I hate this. There's no aspect of that game that makes me go, man, this makes me upset. Right? There's no melee AI, for example, that I don't ever have to go, well, melee AI, am I right, fellas? In Monster Train, because there's no AI, right? And this, you know, I don't fault this game, because that is the pitfall of doing something that's different like this, right? This game is different than any other deck building roguelike. That makes it stand out, and it also opens it up to some problems. Oh no, I broke my Steel Infinite. Oh wait, I only have 4 cards. That's right. We should start to see Weasel Barrels soon, however, I think it should be, like, no change. Right, because I think they should, first of all, I think they should spawn here, right? This wave? Yeah. Now, yeah, as long as our boys turn around, they're only gonna lose 1. Refresh. I don't need anything. I do think that my one sadness with Ratropolis presently is that I don't really do anything too exciting or interesting in these runs anymore. Right? It's just, this is it. I can't, but also there's nothing left to do that's exciting, right? I've faced this problem before, and I just kind of feel like I have to come to terms with the fact that there's nothing left exciting for me to do. I've done it all, and I'm not going to try and force anything that isn't going to happen. So, for example, I'm not going to try and force, what is it? Like a defensive building or a skill build, right? Because those runs are not meant to be, typically. And if I try to force them, I'm just going to die and be like, ah, well, that sucks. You know, if they give me the good start, like, I'll pick up a shock early on and maybe we'll get there, but for the most part, you can't get there. Right? That's the big problem. There's too many cards, which I think this is a problem that'll disappear when Leader Plus comes out, I feel like. You'll be able to focus your builds a lot more. At least I expect. But yeah, the big difference, like I could lose this run if I was trying to space myself against Weasel Barrels because of the seashells, right? I think that on the coast for waves 10 through 20, you maybe just need to not rely on guards. Like maybe this is a map where you, but I've tried just removing guards from this build, and what happens is you just die a lot of the times. Because you don't have the damage output. Although now the guards has had a DPS hit because they nerfed their attack speed. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll just keep my eyes peeled, right? It's kind of like, I would love to experiment and try different things, however, you know, for the most part it's hard to do. You can't really enforce trying different things. But this is a build that loses nothing to Mr. Captain. Yeah, I can't drop my infinite if my infinite is my entire deck now, can I? Right, but this guy, he should die before he even approaches. I'm pretty sure, like, cause he stops just in range and does his fire the cannons move. Oh, or not. What the hell? What is this shit? He didn't stop and he shot before he did his fire the cannons move. Holy shit, I'm dead. That's so silly. What? All right, we lost. You're gonna need to give me a melee unit. Oh no, give me this. I've never seen him do it like that. Thankfully we picked up airstrike to help deal with this problematic situation. As long as we have a way to punch through, it should be okay. Stop losing guards to nothing. That's crazy. Here I was thinking I was going to lose absolutely nothing to this guy, and as it turns out, I'm going to lose almost everything to him. Thankfully, I took the increased, or the faster repair time. However, you know, kind of sucks that I've been placed in this position. Don't shoot. Oh, he shot. God, I fucking hate this boss. Like, honestly. It's like, I go through periods of time where I'm like, hey, maybe the coast isn't so bad. And then I have 2 runs in a row like this, and I go, oh yeah, it is. That's right. This map is hell. And I hate it. Thank you. 144 gold for him, huh? Wow. Like, it's not, if it were just, oh yeah, we took that, we lost all those units, but it's okay, right? It's like, man, we lost all those units, and now I have to repair all these fucking buildings. Like, this repair mechanic sucks. I'm just, this is one of my mechanics that I hate the most. That I don't talk about much, because there's not a whole lot of situations where it really matters. The fucking repair mechanic, though, like, ugh. The fact that you have to click and hold, I really think that this should just be like single click and it repairs on its own. Even if it repaired like a second slower, or even like 2 seconds slower, double the repair speed, or like halve the repair speed, I suppose is how you would phrase it. But either way, just stop making me do this, please. That's all I ask. Shit, dude, make Repairman do this for me. Something. But yeah. You know, you can look at that and you can go, haha, this is him being punished for not taking frontline, but like, it's not. Like, even if I had frontline, he just kills everything. I think that boss is just so insane. He's just so insane, right? He just kills everything. 1 shot and he kills like 10 units. My man is nuts. Absolutely. I might actually be dead. No, because like the thing is, if I had taken frontline, the banners would still have died on the last wave, which is fine because we have a Steel Infinite. But we would still be losing them on these waves because enemies spawn and then just target whoever, right? They spawn right on top of you. So it doesn't make that big of a difference. From my experience, anyway. You know, I think the biggest thing about making this video, not video, is going to be a written guide to Ratropolis that I'm going to put into an Excel spreadsheet and then publish. The thing that's going to be the hardest about it is going to be going through and writing down thoughts on every single card at this point. That's a lot of writing. Oh, you know why this doesn't work so well anymore? Because this used to be a fine strategy where you can just stack them up like this. You know what's wrong? What's different? The attack speed change. They hit guards with a 0.5 second attack speed nerf, and yeah, like they can't keep up. Because with the quicker attack speed before, they would shoot before as the enemy was landing. Now they cannot, like they're too slow. So the first hit lands. That's the big thing. Because before you were able to stop them from ever landing a hit, right? That was how it was in the past. These. Feels like there's so many units. The coast is interesting because there's a lot of units that are not good on this map. Crossbow, druid, units that need space, for example. But there's a lot of units that are way better on this map, like medic. This map really feels like you're supposed to play a ton of melee, doesn't it? Wow, the banners killed him before they took a shot. Did we get her? Oh, she didn't even. Wait, she didn't even silence. What the hell? She hit us with a la la, but then she didn't silence. That's odd. I wonder why. Or not silence, sleep. Same thing. Same mechanic. You know, if you're keeping track, we're probably about 1 month out, or not 1 month, probably about 3 weeks out from the next Leader Plus drop, right? Because they've been coming out on the 28th. If we're looking at the pattern here, it's been the 28th 2 days, or 2 times now. March 28th, Merchant Plus, April 28th. Or no, April 28th, Merchant Plus, May 28th, General Plus. Who knows? Maybe, right? Maybe we got another one on the way. I don't have any insider info. I don't have an in with the devs of this game or anything like that. But, you know, just some speculation. Oh, this is bad. I've been in situations like this before where your guards... Okay, it's fine. But sometimes what can happen is your guards just stay too far away and then they don't get Banner Rat help because they're out of range when you move them up like that. Like I did there. But yeah, in this 3-card Steel Infinite, like it's unlosable from this position, right? Even the only way I lose is if the captain had killed me, right? Because like the only way I lose is if a boss wipes me out. Yeah, 5 floods, sure. Because if a boss wipes me out, then it is, of course, over. Because it's even in the best of cases, it's too hard to rebuild quickly enough, right? It's not doable. But as long as I don't get wiped out by a boss, which we won't because we've already passed Weasel Captain, there's nothing that's going to kill me, right? I can replace anything that dies. I won't get slowly whittled away. Interesting. Maybe upgrading the walls is good to just try and insulate yourself from being wiped by a single round. I wonder. As I say that, I get offered reinforce. So we'll put down more banners. I don't know. I don't really need to do much here, right? There's upkeep to do, but I don't really need to be expanding, right? Our army is strong enough. There's the sleep. I knew I should didn't sleep this last time. Right, because like the thing is, our banners are all of our damage output right now. So if they get killed off, it's bad. Huh. I could take longsword, sure. We can just put down like 2 longswords, and that fixes this problem as well. Hey, don't you do it, mister. Do you think if I just leave him here, he'll win the run for the enemies? Like, do you think I'll lose if I just let this guy rip? Do you think he can chew through all these buildings before I finish the run? I don't know, buddy. Give it a shot. I believe in you. You've got a long ways to go, but I know you can do it. Uh-oh. Never mind. He almost did it. It's a good thing he died before he got to experience the dread of the walls getting upgraded. You have to make 100 hits to kill a wall. Oh, my man. That's rough. Wonder why. Do you see how their numbers are shifting around like this? Watch the number above their head. This is something that you can't really see. Do you think that Banner Rat has an attack speed? Because look, their numbers shift around like crazy. Is it in time with when they like stamp their flag? I think it is. Do Banner Rats fluctuate their attack increase based on attack speed? Huh. Because I have 20 of them. This should just be always 40, right? But it's not. It's not 40 at all. It's like 30 to 38 right now. Same thing on this side. It should be always 35. 35? 30. Now 34. But it's not. It fluctuates. How strange. What an odd thing to see. My longsword. Like, they should be 36, but look at it fluctuate. Does it go down when they go into fighting, too? Do they stop giving attack boosts? I don't know. I think they probably are affected by attack speed. That's gonna be my guess. And one of these longswords has like an 18 there for a little bit. Huh. Huh. I don't know. I just don't know. What is it? What does it mean? What does it mean? No, we're gonna end at a perfect 25-25. Not 25-25? Nice. Alright, boss, let's do it. just kind of, you know, once this run was a winning run, I just kind of finished it as fast as I could. It was close. I feel like runs on the coast are always close. This is my big problem map, of course. Oh yeah, I'm glad I picked up a longsword, because like my bannerets would just be dead now, and then I would be very upset. Thankfully the longsword was there to tank 3 hits for me. Gotta figure out how I'm going to ever win on the coast regularly, right? The only map I feel 100% on is the forest, because the forest is pretty straightforward. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.